KTN News Desk, many thanks for staying with us. So we've seen a number of the issues that were raised by the IEBC as they sought to clarify to the presidential candidates on what they expect of them as we head into the general poll. But let's now speak to our senior political reporter, Patrick Amimo, for details on some of the things that were raised. Patrick, thank you for joining us. What are some of the things that were raised by the presidential aspirants?
Thank you, Akisa. The IEBC decided to beat the presidential aspirants just a few days before they present their nomination papers, because they'll be presenting their nomination papers on Sunday and Monday. So it was very important for the Commission to meet them and at least take them through the rules, nomination rules and procedures on what is required of them with regard to their pictures, the type of papers they're supposed to file before the Commission, and the filing procedure. They also have to be taken through the qualification processes, how one qualifies or can be disqualified from the nomination process. And so far, we have 20 presidential aspirants. Those are the people who have expressed interest to contest for the presidency. And out of these, 28 are sponsored by political parties and 12 are independents. So when it comes to qualifications, it was indicated that you must, the presidential aspirant must be a university degree holder together with their running mates, and their degrees must be recognized in Kenya. And the institution that is mandated to clear the degree is the Commission for Higher Education. So if those aspirants convince the Commission for Higher Education that their degrees are recognized in Kenya, then they will be able to participate in the poll. Both the president and the running mate is a must. They must have a degree. The other aspect is that they must be Kenyan citizens by birth. Also, they must not be adjudged bankrupt. And also, they might not be facing a criminal case that might lead to their jail, maybe for that might attract a jail term of 6 months. So those are some of the provisions that presidential aspirants were told to look out for. The other issue was to do with the collection of party supporters list, and this one was really a matter that really attracted a lot of passionate debate from independents, because according to the law and constitution, presidential aspirants are supposed to get 2,000 signatures from at least 24 counties. So we're looking at 48,000 signatures, and now these particular signatures, for the independents, the law says that they must not, those people who give you who sign their signatures or your supporters must not belong to a political party. So this is a dilemma that independent candidates are finding themselves in, and it's a catch-22 situation for them. So they were asking us, they are independents, but they should not go to look for party supporters, because they tend to, they want to attract support from all parts of the country. Supporters across the country are not political parties. And they are arguing that if IEBC insists on that, then it will be like trying to balkanize Kenyans into political parties, which is a wrong thing, because they feel their candidature might appeal to candidates across the political divide. So they wanted that provision to be let loose for them to at least provide signatures without being subjected to whether a person belongs to a party or not, but as long as it is a voter, a registered Kenyan voter, for supporting an independent candidate. But the chairperson, Wafula Chebukati, said no, the law has to apply. There's the constitution and the election law, which says that they must have at least 2,000 signatures from candidates who are not members, from us voters who are not members of any political party. The other aspect that was discussed was to do with the campaign schedule. IEBC is very keen to get the campaign schedule from those all candidates aspiring to be presidents, so that it can plan ahead and know that the supporters don't clash at venues or when they meet. So it will be important for the Commission to go through the campaign schedules and know that these particular dates is how these particular parties intend to do their campaigns, because the official campaign period kicks out on the 28th of this month. So it's something that the IEBC was also told about. And now, after that, maybe we also had something maybe to get to know the chairperson, Chebukati, what he had to say to the candidates when he met them at a Nairobi hotel.
And that's why we're here. We are here to engage, discuss, agree, and maybe agree to disagree. But this engagement is good for us as a commission. I just want to touch on a few areas, or rather try and answer as much as I can. The first question on independent as far as supporters lists are concerned. I just want to say this. As a commission, we came in office on the 18th and was it 18th January, Commissioner Wilson? We swore to abide by the law, the constitution and the law of the land. And we have no intention of acting contrary to the law. Now, the law is passed by Parliament. The Constitution 2010 was passed by Kenyans, and the Constitution does not operationalize itself. If you look at the Constitution, it says clearly this provision, Parliament shall make law to operationalize this provision, this article, this article. So Parliament made laws to operationalize provisions of the Constitution. And as a commission, we've done our level best to follow the law. I agree with some of your comments that the law, where it's inconsistent, cases have been filed in court, and the court has pronounced itself on various sections of the law. And when the court does pronounce itself, we as a commission obey the court orders. And so, if you turn to Section 29 of the Elections Act, it says that persons who nominate a presidential candidate shall be members of the candidate's political party. That's 29(1). The persons who nominate a presidential candidate shall be members of the candidate's political party. And then 2, the persons who nominate an independent presidential candidate shall not be members of any political party. That's what the Election Act says, as revised in 2016. Presidential aspirant Naslin says she has a case in court. I hope you have articulated these issues, and I hope the court will pronounce itself on these matters. But as a commission, we cannot change this. We cannot come and say, let's now do away with these provisions unilaterally. And that is the position of the commission, that we must follow the law. And this is not the first time. This was there in 2013. You went through the same thing, those of you who stood in 2013. You can bear me witness that this is what you went through. And now asking this commission to change these provisions at this stage. And I'm told and I'm aware that communication has been done. Some of you have come to my office and we have engaged on this.
So that is that's what the chairperson has said. It indicates that the IEBC will follow the constitution and the election law. It's a very tricky situation for the independent candidates, because even as it were, the IEBC does not have a list, the current list of those registered voters, and it says maybe it will be ready by mid-June after the KPMG does the voter audit and also the voter verification exercise which ends on June 9th. So it's something that the IEBC says it will be looking into after maybe in the mid-June, when Parliament, both the Senate and the National Assembly, pass the law. But Parliament, as it were, will be going on recess on June 15th. So maybe we'll expect a special sitting of Parliament to come and pass these the special audit by KPMG, and also so as to have a principal register ahead of the August polls. The other thing that also the candidates were to discuss but never came to was on when the timings of the nominations, when they'll be presenting their papers to IEBC on Sunday and Monday. On Sunday and Monday at KICC, because the provisions the IEBC said between 8 to noon and 2 to 4 p.m. But then they are told that if in case of any issue that might lead to disqualification, a candidate might be given an opportunity to go and rectify the papers and bring it to the commission. But then there were concerns that what happens to the person who brings the papers on Sunday on Monday at 3:30 yet the exercise closes at 4 p.m. Will the person not be disadvantaged? So that's something that by the time we're leaving the meeting, IEBC had not pronounced itself to, but said